Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for my dearest Capricorns. Cappies, this is going to be your new moon in Aquarius reading taking place on February 11th. This new moon in Aquarius is part of a large stellium in this sign, which includes the Sun, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn. So all these signs in Aquarius create a supercharged energy field. Aquarian energy is revolutionary, innovative, awakening, and expansive. And remember, it's ruled by Uranus. We'll notice our focus widening and shifting to new heights. On the downside, we may feel clouded or the path ahead may seem blurry. So we need to make sure to take care of ourselves and get rest when we need it. What we choose to focus on expands and will be amplified more than usual. The last time we had strong Aquarian energy like this was in the 1960s, the hippie counterculture movement. Everything this movement stood for, equality, peace, and community, is what this new moon is returning to us. This new moon is also activating the great conjunction energy that we experienced on the December 2020 solstice, the dawning of a new earth more aligned with higher vibrational energies. It reminds us that we are co-creators of our own personal reality, but on a collective level as well. So Capricorns, before I get started, I'm just going to ask that you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading. Or if you like the decks that I'm using, I have them listed and linked in order of appearance. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you feel called to do so. And don't forget to ring that notification bell if you want to get updates whenever I upload anything new. So let's go ahead and see what messages come through for my dearest Capricorns. Messages for my Capricorns for this new moon in Aquarius. Messages for Capricorns, please, for this new moon in Aquarius. Okay, so where are you right now? King of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Swords, what's blocking you? Intentions you need to set, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. What you need to know, Princess of Pentacles. And your final outcome, Princess of Wands. Okay, so my Cappies, you guys are definitely getting your mojo back, okay? But you do need to be patient, and there's something that you have to do differently. Something hasn't been working for you. Your overall energy, Seven of Cups. This is that Neptunian energy. It's Piscean energy, Cancer or Scorpio as well. But look, we see that there's a little bit of anguish. There's a little bit of confusion. Which choice to make? Some of you have many different options in your career or in love, or you're just feeling really fogged in. Now remember, in the introduction, this Aquarian energy and all of these planets in Aquarius may create this sort of blurry vision of the future. Maybe not sure how you're going to get there. For some of you, it's absolutely in a particular love relationship, or maybe even about attracting love in your divine counterpart. This is about being blessed with many different options, Capricorn, but feeling a little bit unnerved because of that. We have the Ten of Wands. Ooh, there's a major karmic cycle coming to an end. And I see, Capricorns, my dear Capricorns in my life, I know that you don't totally embrace change. There's always a little bit of resistance there. And as we're moving out of the age of Capricorn into the age of Aquarius, my Cappies out there, you might be experiencing this on a very deep level. But this is for your benefit, this scorpionic energy, the Death card. This is about rebirth. This is about transformation. There's a difficult karmic cycle coming to an end, but I'm really hearing, don't resist. This confusion, anger, anxiety that I'm picking up on here with the Eight of Swords. Now, again, it could be within a relationship. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's a separation. It could be that you guys have been experiencing difficulties. That's coming to an end with a higher perspective, with doing things a little bit differently. You can and you will manifest this. With the Emperor and the Magician, oh my goodness, I'm picking up on this really heavy, intense, divine masculine energy. Things are shifting, and not all of us are going to be as comfortable with these shifts. Now, if you take a look at the twin flame reading I did for this week, last week, the recent ones, there are masculine twins in particular if you're on a twin flame journey, but we all have masculine energy within us, and Aries natives in particular, that are going to have difficulties jumping on the collective bandwagon of the age of Aquarius, and with the divine feminine taking the lead. Now, I'm not saying that there's any sort of sexism there, although it's possible, but it's not really about gender here. What it is, it's about a paradigm shift. It's about opening up to receive. It's about, the energy of Saturn that rules your sign and rules Capricorn, right? That this sort of the energy we've been in is that tough parent. It's also an energy of hierarchy, top-down structure. It's an energy of work harder. You have to bleed, you need to sweat, you need to cry in order for something to be successful, or everything has to be hard won. That's the type of energy that we're shifting out of, that things have to be easier. You don't have to work harder, you have to work smarter. And it's about changing up this belief system and this paradigm that my Capricorns may be struggling with, either in your personal relationships, it could be on the global stage, what's happening in your community. But I do see some resistance. But what I'm seeing here is this is all happening for your benefit. It may not feel fair. It may not feel good, okay? But there's some really important spiritual lessons that you're learning as you're closing out a very tough karmic cycle. And again, you might be feeling confused. You might feel like you're wandering around in the desert and you're looking for a cup of water, okay? The King of Pentacles is reiterating, is echoing that. The King of Pentacles is this earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and it's about a lack of stability. Something here is changing for you. The way that you've always done things, the way that you've looked at this relationship or your life or how to make money or progress or your decision making. There's a big shift here, and it's creating some problems. It's creating some anxiety, but it's happening for you, Capricorn, not to you. The King of Pentacles is also asking you to shift your focus from the 3D, to step back, get this higher perspective. Use this Aquarian energy to detach from things that weren't working for you, from that old way of thinking, and just go with the flow. Step into this, embrace this change. Not easy at all, not just for Capricorns. So what's blocking you is the Ten of Swords. This is about healing. This is about a new beginning. This can be about, a way of, it can be codependency. It can be a particular relationship. It can be an illness, but it's a very sort of painful ending. But in the reverse, it's about needing to release and heal. There's something that you're holding on to, Capricorn, that no longer serves you. And it almost feels like poisonous. Now, the Ten of Swords in reverse takes me back to the Ace of Swords. There needs to be a courage and a willingness to cut away the old. And the Ace of Swords is a new beginning. It's clarity, but it's not easy. I always give the analogy of, a baby's tooth growing in. It's beneficial, but it hurts. Okay, so that's the energy I'm getting that's blocking you. The intentions that you need to set, Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles in reverse is telling me that you might be doing some ancestral healing. Okay, things that have been passed down to you, things that you were taught that don't really truly fit in with your new belief system or the way that you need to do things. This can be in love, this can be in business, this can be how you make money, this can be about your health. So many of you guys, again, there's like a double mission here as well, to not only to move your life ahead, but you're here to heal and clear an ancestral pattern that may have been holding you back for quite some time. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is about getting off your horse, doing things different. And there's that old saying, and I know us readers, we kind of overuse it, but if you want different results, you have to do something different. Okay, and so there's about changing something up here, Capricorn, behavior, beliefs. Okay, what you need to know we get the Princess of Pentacles in reverse. So there is a hesitancy here. There's resistance. This is the Page of Pentacles. Again, all this earth energy coming through. The Princess of Pentacles is the most prepared princess or page in the deck. But when she's in reverse, no matter how hard she plans, no matter how long she's waited, she doesn't feel like she can do it. She doesn't have the strength. She doesn't have the courage. But you're going to get it. Princess of Wands. This is about following your passion, trusting that you've been preparing for this for lifetimes. This may have come out in another reading recently, but I'm really getting this Joan of Arc energy, and it comes up quite often. This energy of, are you ready? I was born ready for this. That's what Joan of Arc said. This is the energy that you're moving into. Capricorn, you're resistant, you're hesitant. There's some self-doubt here. But you can do it. You are absolutely ready. And you're going to be so happy once you did, because this is the minor arcana version of the Fool, that Aries and Aquarius energy, starting something new, being totally stoked, totally psyched about it, and also knowing that you will be fantastic. But there's a confusion here that's creating some anguish. Should I not? And I know you're not happy with the lack of stability in this reading or in your life at this time, or maybe even seeing, how the pandemic is being handled, where humanity is going, what's happening, in your community and society as a whole, at your job, in your relationship. Okay, so it's going to be different for each and every one of you. But the Princess of Wands is telling me that you're going to be just fine, but you do need to shine your light. You do need to be willing to transform and to change here. So let's go ahead and see what else comes through for my dear Capricorns. All right, building blocks, beautiful. 28 breaking down to a 10. A strong foundation is being built. But it will take you releasing. It will take you sort of surrendering to change here. And also trusting that you've got what it takes. Capricorns, you guys are amazing at everything you do. You guys are leaders of the pack. You guys are this stability for others. All right. But again, look at, she's got these blocks coming down. And what I'm seeing is, like, some of you might have played Tetris or used to love playing Tetris. I don't know if you guys remember, the little arrow keys, how you would play Tetris on, like, the original computers that came out. But that's what I'm seeing here, whether you identify with that or not, but trying to figure out, okay, why things happen, where this should go. But understand that you do have control. But I'm really seeing that here in the Seven of Cups. You might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed at the options and what you should do. Co-create, number 40. I love this. So this is about understanding that you're co-creating with the universe. What you think, what you believe, what you imagine, Capricorn, is what you can create. For some of you, this is about a particular relationship. Okay, and there's a passionate new beginning for you. You may be receiving communication that also gives you more comfort and more courage to move forward. But ultimately, that's the courage that comes from within. Co-create, I love this egg. The possibilities here are infinite. And we have these two people that may be very different. There might be an age difference. There might be sort of a physical difference. You might be different races from different backgrounds, different countries, different cultures. But you guys come together because there's a lot of love here. And there's this, you either have already built a very strong foundation, or there's that possibility here on the table. No place like home. Yeah, Capricorn. Some of you guys are absolutely building a home with somebody. Some of you might be physically doing construction. And it's really important that, especially during Mercury retrograde, you take your time with the details. You don't try to rush things, okay? I know things feel unstable. Some of you guys are moving. Some of you guys might be traveling. You might be changing jobs. You could be moving across the country. Okay, but Spirit wants you to know that you're not alone, and you always have this energy within. Even if your material world, the 3D, seems like it's in flux, you can create this stability within, Capricorn, no matter where you are, no matter with whom you are. Look at that. We get loyal heart. So there is love here for my Capricorns. The loyal heart to me is soulmate energy. 35 breaks down to an 8. So we get, this energy of manifestation, of building, of ascension. For many of you, this is a beautiful love relationship. You may be closing out a difficult cycle between you guys and getting news with that Page of Wands that's going to really start a beautiful new passionate cycle, especially where the passion may have died away. You could be in separation from this person, and that could be creating a lack of stability. For others of you, you're closing out a karmic relationship, but something new and beautiful and more aligned with you, somebody who's willing to build a future and offer you stability. You might be moving in with this person, but you might be racking your brain about whether or not this is the right choice or not. And what I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck here, we get in between. It's like Capricorn, you've got one foot in and one foot out, and that's what's creating some of this anxiety and this nervousness. Spirit wants you to know you're going to be just fine with that Page of Wands. You just have to trust yourself. Trust yourselves, my dear Cappies. You've got what it takes. But also go slow. Take the time that you need to come to the conclusions. Ooh, and we get share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, and expression. So for some of you guys, I did do Mercury retrograde readings for each sign. You might want to check those out. But what I'm getting here is the throat chakra may be blocked for some of my Cappies. And again, it could be a fear of rejection, criticism. You might have indifference or feeling like something's unfair. I feel like whatever this lack of stability is, it might be that your lease is up. How could it be happening? It feels so unfair. It may be that you're in separation from somebody and experiencing some sort of injustice. It's important that you communicate clearly. And until the end of February, it's also very important that you make sure that what you say and what you read, that you're on the same page as anybody else, because we're a little bit more prone to misunderstandings at this time. You need to express yourself. And again, some of you guys have been in a bit of a dark night of the soul here. A lot of confusion, a lot of anxiety because something's being shaken up here, or something has been shaken up. All right, but it's like you're getting clear on that. You're getting your stability back. All right, and we get Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Yeah, and you absolutely are. I mean, there's no coincidence here, Capricorn, that, I mentioned to you earlier that you guys are leaders. You guys are stability. Some of you might be parents, it doesn't matter, mothers or fathers out there, that you're really being asked to create this strong, stable foundation, because I feel as if, or maybe some of you are either teachers or bosses or CEOs. There's changing times right now. You're being called to step up and lead, and you need to be able to go with the flow. You need to do something differently. Excuse me, my throat chakra just started acting up like crazy. So there's something here that you need to express. Some of you, again, you might have an innovative idea. You might be a little bit worried with that throat chakra about how that's going to be. It could be that I'm getting some of you might be moving your family overseas, or you might be, going through a job change. There's a little bit of a risk here, and you're really worried about, how that's going to be taken. Some of you are really coming up with new ideas, new different ways to do business, because some of you might have realized that with this new economic climate that we're in, with the way people have changed and what the pandemic has done to the way that we buy and sell, and how people make money, that you need some serious upgrades to what you do. And for others of you, it's simply just taking the lead in your relationship. But what I love about that is this co-create and this loyal heart. Some of you guys are creating a family with somebody. And, it might be that important conversation, about whether or not you want to have children, or if you can blend your families if you already have children. And again, a family is going to look so different for each and every one of us. I always say this, but it could be houseplants and a cat. Okay, it could be having, 10 children, whatever it is. You need to express your true wants and desires, okay? And understand that this change that you're going through, Capricorn, is temporary. You're going to be just fine. And there's a very strong foundation being built here. All right, so we get give birth. Wow. So you guys, for some of you, it is about actually literally having babies. For others of you, it's about what are you giving birth to. Some of you guys are building your own home, or you're thinking about it. Maybe you've already bought a plot of land. Some of you guys are moving. This is coming up very strong. Some of you guys are starting your own business. Okay, or maybe it's even your spouse. It's like contracting, maybe in construction. I do feel like, with this building and this home, there's definitely something here going on with actual physical construction. Some of you guys are creating life, but many of you guys, you're being called to step up and really create the life that you want, whatever that may look like. If that's on your own, if that's with another person, co-create. Spirit's got your back. Loyal heart. There's somebody in the 3D as well who also has your back here. Wow, Capricorn. I like it. I really do. And it's like also you have a lot of options, but I feel like that's stressing you out more than anything. You may have a lot of options. You're not sure which to choose. You might have kind of pulled a little bit of a runner, gone within, trying to figure out the answers. But it's all in good. It's all perfectly unfolding perfectly. And again, do what you need to do to come to the conclusions that are best for you, Capricorn. I love that. Number 15 breaks down to a 6. 6s are about compassion, about love. It's a Venusian number. Money as well. So I do feel like also some of you guys, this could be coming into a very powerful relationship, whether it's business or it's love, where you are a power couple. This is Empress energy for me. Fate. This is a destined partnership. Yeah, some of you guys are starting a business with somebody. Again, some of you guys, this is a love relationship strictly. All right, but rejection. Beautiful. This rejection is actually divine protection. So I love that. So this difficult cycle that you're coming, that's coming to an end, that you need to release, that might be, really doing a number on your stability here, is also you're being asked to see beyond the 3D and recognize that everything here is happening for a reason, for your betterment, for your growth. And for some of you, whether it was like an instability at work, or maybe it's a relationship that you have to leave behind, that's really been doing your head in, you're going to see why, because there's something amazing coming your way, Capricorn. All right, let's go ahead and see what final messages we have for you guys. Additional messages, please, Spirit, for my dear Capricorns. All right, we get stillness. Sorry about the dog barking. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion. So I was picking up on this kind of hermit energy, Capricorn, that you guys need to go within and reflect and try to figure out what needs to change. Something here isn't working. All right, and that's okay. And that's, again, that Mercury retrograde energy coming through. It's not about go, go, go right now. It's about seeing what needs to drop away. How can we be innovative? How can we bring a newness here? And celebration. Celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. Yes, you are. Absolutely. Capricorns, I'm going to leave it there for you. I love you so much. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.